this session, we'll discuss about file management. In order to handle files and file operations, we'll use open function. It takes two parameters. The first one is file name and the second one is mode. What are the modes available? R for read, A for append, W for write, X for create. And additional modes, T for text, it is a default value. B for binary, it is for images. So now we will see how to create a file by using Visual Studio Code. F equal to create a file we need to use X. This is a mode. We'll also close a file by using f.close. Whenever we open a file or create a file, it's better to close the files. It's because file error issues. If you open a file may get corrupt because of some reasons. So better once you create a file, you do whatever the operation if you want. You wanted to read the content from file, or if you wanted to write some information into file, and once it performs, we need to close the file by using close function. We'll save this and run. Yeah, it's successfully executed. We'll see whether file 4, this particular file is created or not. Yeah, this is the one, file 4, CMT file, nothing there. Now we'll try to write some information by using W mode. Yeah, this content we are writing into the file. We'll save it, run. So it's successfully executed. We'll open the file and see whether this content is written successfully or not. You can see here we are learning file management in this session. Now we will see how to read the information. We need to use R mode or f.read. Same file we'll use and we'll try to read the information. You can print it. In print function, you can write f.read. Okay, we'll save and run. Yeah, you can see we are learning file management in this session. So we have learned how to create a file, how to write the content in a file, how to read the file. Whenever we are using open, only open function, we need to close. That means we are manually closing. And if you try to use instead of open with open, this with automatically takes care of file closing. Okay, we'll run this particular code as well using the with. Okay, so what are the code instructions? With open file2.text as f, print f.read. This file already I have created file2. We'll see what is there inside. This is a file2. Old content erased. This is the fresh one. Something like that. Some information. So we'll try to run this. Save, run. Yeah, you can see here old content erased. This is the fresh one. Loop through the file line by line. What does it mean? We can also use for loop to read the content. This is the code. Here with open file2.text as f semicolon. For C in F, this is a for loop which we are using to read the content from the file. This one, print C. Okay, we'll run and see this file as well. Here only the difference is we are using for loop to read the content from this file. Yeah, here you can see the same result. Old content array, this is the fresh one. And we forgot to test append this one. Copy this code. So what this code instruction perform with open file2.txt in append mode. F dot write file concept is the most important one. What it perform, whatever the content already present in file 2, at the end of the content, it is going to write this particular statement. So what is there inside already? We'll see file 2, old content is, this is the fresh one. From here onwards, it is going to add this one. File concept is the most important one. It appends this particular statement at the end of the line here. Okay. Yeah, now we'll check. Here you see old contented, this is the fresh one. After this, file concept is the most important one is appended. Okay. Then if you wanted to override the existing content, what to do? That means content is already available. If you wanted to overwrite, this is the code snippet. So what is the code instruction means? It open this file in write mode, and what it perform, whatever the content available in file2.txt, it will overwrite with new chapter beginning. That we will see file2. Whatever the content here, this one, it will be overwritten with this statement, new chapter beginning. We'll save and run. Yeah, we'll check now. Yeah, you can see new chapter beginning. How to read and write data in CSV file. First of all, what do you mean by CSV file? A CSV file, short for comma separated values, is a plain text file that stores tabular data such as numbers and text in a structured format. It's kind of table. Key features. Each line in the file represents a row in the table. Values in a row are separated by commas. The first row often contains the column headers. That means field names. If you see the example, name, age, city. Name alias age 30, city New York. One more data, Bob, age 25, city Los Angeles. Third data, Charlie, 28, Chicago. Here, in order to handle CSV files, there is a module called CSV. We need to import this CSV module. This is the code snippet. With open test1.csv in read mode as file, reader equal to CSV. In the module CSV, there are so many functions available. That is a reader function. It reads the information present in test1.csv. Again, for row in reader, in this reader, for row in reader, print row. It will print all the information present like this. Okay. Test1.csv we'll see. Otherwise, we'll create test1.csv because it is in read mode, right? So file should be present. You copy this data and save as with the CSV. Save. Copy this particular code. Save. Run. It read the data. Alice 30, New York, Bob 25, Los Angeles. This particular, whatever we have given, that will be printed. This is the data. So we'll try to see how to write into CSV file. With open test2.csv, W write mode, new line as file, writer equal to CSV writer dot CSV dot writer file, writer write row, serial number, name, age, writer dot write row, serial number, the first one, name Vivian, age 25. Likewise, number 2, John 30. We'll run this code and we'll see. Copy the code, file save, file run. Now we'll see whether the file created and written with this particular data. This is the one. Here you can see serial number, name, age. 1 Vivian 25, 2 John 30. We have understood how to read the information from CSV and how to write the information to CSV. That's all for this video.